Why do you want to come back?
I just love the team and organization. I knew it wasn't anything personal, and I knew it was just how everything was planned out. I wasn't at my best, still coming off that ankle injury, getting all the way back to myself, and it was just business.
At what point did you realize you could get back to your best, and when did that time come?
Shortly after, like a week or two after, I was feeling like myself, and when I went up to Detroit, just felt like me again and ended the season pretty well.
You mentioned that you are kind of one of those guys that needs a training camp to kind of get the momentum going. Is that part of what the challenge was last year?
Yeah, it was taking that little brief time off from coming from New England, and then wasn't really training as hard, I would say. And I was just taking a little time for myself, and then when I came here, I wasn't in the best shape that I needed to be in, and was able to take full advantage when I went to Detroit. So I'm glad I was able to come in the offseason and be able to join camp and take full advantage of my reps and opportunity.
You reached out to him directly about trying to come back here. What was your kind of pitch, or did you need one given your relationship?
I just told him, I was like, hey, coach, if you need a guy to come in there, and I know, me and the guys in the room were very close. They were upset I left, and I was upset too, but it was part of the business. And I just told him, if you need a guy like me, I'm ready.
Did you send videos or anything? Did you have to back it up? This is kind of where I'm at.
I'm not necessarily sure. We talked about it, and then, he reached out. Him and Wes reached out, said they definitely wanted me to come back, and we were able to figure something out.
One of those robotic ball throwers, right? I'm wondering whether that was used quite a bit during, the quarantine and whatnot.
I used it, but it's hard to lug around. I use it more primarily at the house, and me and my personal trainer, he can throw the ball pretty well too. So Drew gets it done.
You and Trey worked out in Atlanta. What was that like? You just being around him for the first time in that experience?
It was good. It was fun. I mean, I told Trey when he get back to Atlanta, because I know he trains in Atlanta with Quincy. Just hit me, let me know. We'll get together, and we got some good work in for those couple of days that we were there, and we had fun.
As you said, the guys were upset you were cut, and Debo was pretty vocal about that the other day. How much do you relish the opportunity to be a veteran leader in that room?
I love showing the guys how to handle business, take care of business, how to be a pro. Some of them don't have that understanding yet, and they come to me, ask me questions, and I give them all the answers that I can. Tell them how to become a better pro, how to handle business day in and day out.
The fact that they look up to you and really go to you as a resource, how does that make you feel?
It makes me feel pretty good, because to them they see me as an accomplished veteran in the league, and I just come in and work every day to prove myself, let them know, like, I'm working too, and we all have to get better to reach the goal that we necessarily want.
How would you describe Brandon Aiyuk's game as a wide receiver?
He's a special talent. Brandon can do any and everything on the field. When he's out there, he moves really well, catches the ball really well, releases well, gets in and out, breaks extremely well. So watching him get better and better every day has been pretty cool, and I'm excited to see what he does this year.
Mohamed, when I look at the wide receiving core, it's pretty obvious, Devo, Brandon. But, there are questions about that slot guy or the number 3 guy.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about the group of guys who are competing for that spot, and, yourself included?
I think we are all competing hard, and it should be fun. Whoever ends up being that guy, and I'm sure, I'm fighting for it too. We're going to do a great job. That's the standard that we have in our room. We all got to come in and play with intent, at a high level for our team to be as successful as we want to be.
In the 2019 season, the trade deadline, were you hopeful, or were you aware that the 49ers were interested in the receiver? And did you?
Yeah, I known for a little bit. I known Kyle actually tried a few times before then, and Falcons turned them down, and when everything came to about, they only had a third and fourth round pick, and Patriots had a second, so they ended up winning that battle.
See that you're, go ahead, Jerry.
When you were coaching here last year, I mean, as a competitor, were you like, this is BS, I should say,
No.
release me? Or was there an acknowledgement like, yeah, I know, I'm not quite right?
No, I understood. I'm a football player, and I got common sense too. I'm a realist. Like, I know if I was at my best and they cut me, then I would have been like, damn. But I wasn't, and I knew that, so I had to go and get right and take advantage of the next opportunity.
We can see that you're wearing a mask. Are you willing to?
I'm in the
share
process of it now.
on it?
I'm sorry, I'm in the process of it now. I got my next shot next week.
What was the key for you to get right? Like, was it mostly the ankle stuff? Did you require surgery or anything like that?
I had surgery on my ankle in March, so I was getting all the way back full strength and getting in shape and getting the workload. It was a process. It was pretty extensive surgery, but I healed pretty quickly. But I had to build back to my true self and get in better shape.
There was some perception that maybe you couldn't get back to that guy. Does that add any motivation for you coming back to?
Sure. I mean, somebody tell you what you can and can't do without them knowing exactly who you are as a person, you as a competitor, gives you a little fire, and I'm excited for this opportunity I have now.
You were playing, I think I got this right, you were playing on that high ankle sprain at least a little bit in New England. You had obviously given up a second round pick. Did you feel like, man, I've got to give this a go, and did you realize you were on 3 matches?
Oh yeah, I shouldn't have played on it, but knowing it was times last year, and I was traded for a second round pick. I just wanted to show, like, hey, y'all got a tough dude that's gonna do whatever he can to compete for you guys, and it ended up backfiring because this business asked me to take a pay cut, which is business. I didn't perform the way I needed to on it, and everything fell the way it did, but I'm happy to be where I'm at now.
Mm-hmm.